Hey man, say man, what a way to start the day, man. It's TC, I'm back with another video. Let's lock in, let's get straight into it. So when a woman pulls away from you, typically she's going to do it for these specific reasons. Believe you when you're being needy, overly emotional, causing arguments, not focused on your purpose, and you're putting her on a pedestal. These are the 5 reasons why a woman will pull away from you and or leave you. Now, if you've been in a situation where you feel like you have not done any of these things and a woman still has pulled away from you, now it's something that you have to look further into. 5 reasons. So, being needy. Most of the time in a relationship, women are the ones that should be needing from you. Now, while that sounds crazy, you know what I'm saying? It might sound like, damn, I can't need my woman for anything, or I can't express myself to my woman for anything. I know that sounds crazy, but the generation that we're in, as a man, you have to adapt. Men who cry and show their emotions in front of their woman are the men that are getting left. So either you're gonna cry about it or you're gonna adapt. There's no in between. So being too needy, that's probably the biggest one, because when men get in relationships, they start to rely on the woman far too much. They start to rely on the woman for everything. And this is why I never advise men to get in a relationship and have the woman performing like she is his mom. Because how the whole concept of marriage is, you basically becoming the woman's dad. That's why you have to ask the dad, because you're becoming him to her. So she needs you. You shouldn't need her for anything. You know, just like you need to think of relationships. Please don't make this weird. You need to think of all your relationships like you're the dad and she's the daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's how you should look at your relationship. Obviously, in that context, in a non-sexual way, but you need to apply this mindset to your relationship. Because if you don't and you begin to need the woman more than she needs you, she's going to leave you. Next thing, not focus on your purpose. You cannot be in a relationship and think that everything that you do, everything that she does, y'all have to be together. Women need this thing called space. Women need space. Even if you guys love each other to death, a woman needs space to be herself. A woman needs space to kind of live a life of her own. And if you are showing her that everything in her life is more important and you have no social life, no friends, you're no longer going out, you're no longer hitting your boys up, then she sees, okay, he doesn't really have a life. He doesn't really have anything going on. He doesn't have a purpose. He's not even focused. He's not even in the gym. Bro, if you take this advice, you will succeed in every relationship you have moving on. If you have focus on the gym, you can have these in any, these priorities, you can have these in any order. You know, whatever fits your schedule. Gym, at least 3 times a week, hang out with your friends. Hang out with your friends, play the game, talk shit, do whatever you have to do, but don't be up under this woman ass all the time. Get in the gym, be with your friends, have a purpose, have something that takes you away from the woman that you have to focus on for 2 to 3 hours a day. Something that you could be doing to build yourself up and make yourself a better man and possibly create another stream of income for yourself. Obviously have a job. You should have a job going into a relationship. But if you focus on those 3 things, you'll be successful in most of your relationships. That's knocking out 2 of them. The next thing is putting her on a pedestal. Women don't want a man that puts them on a pedestal. Women want to feel like they accomplished something by having you. So if you're constantly giving her all this validation and you're constantly making her feel like she's the prize in a relationship, she's no longer going to want you. You know what I'm saying? Women like to chase. Women like to feel like they are locking something down. And if you make her feel like I got him in a bag, then she's no longer going to feel like she's locking something down. And this is why marriage most of the time is going to lead to failure, because when you marry a woman, she feels like I got him locked down. It's no longer a challenge. Women in the back of their mind, they might say, you know, marriage is forever, this and that. But in reality, they think that once they lock you down, it's no longer a challenge. That's why you see women that get in marriages and in relationships that let themselves go. Most of the time it's marriages, because marriage is like the final straw for women. They let themselves go. They no longer do anything. You ever heard somebody say when we got married, she stopped doing everything that she used to do, or vice versa sometimes, but we're talking about women right now. The reason she stops that is because she got you in the bag. The reason she stops working out is because she has you in the bag. The reason she doesn't cook no more because she got you in the bag. The only thing that's gonna make her do those things again is another chase, somebody else to lock down. And then this is where divorce comes into play. You know what I'm saying? Starting arguments. If you're starting arguments with your woman, first of all, you should not be arguing with a woman. But if you're starting arguments with a woman, she is going to feel like he don't have nothing else to do. You starting arguments all the time, and you want to argue with her. You want to ask her where she's going. Check her phone, see who she's talking to. Now, I'm not saying don't check the phone, because when you check somebody's phone, you see who they really are. But at the end of the day, if you are somebody in a relationship who you constantly want to see who she's talking to, see where she's going, checking her on why she's wearing this. Listen, come here. Women want to feel, even though you are valid in that, because you should feel secure in your relationship. But when you're constantly doing things like this, asking her where she's going, asking her who she's talking to, trying to see if she's cheating on you, which she probably could be, but at the end of the day, women want to, basically, you don't want a woman to feel like she's your best option. She should always be chasing your validation. So if you constantly on her ass about what she doing, she gonna feel like he must don't have no other bitches just checking for him. I must be the best that he could do, because why is he worried about what I'm doing? Why does he think I'm gonna cheat on him? I'm with him. The brain of a woman. This is how they think. And this is why a lot of dudes, once they get to arguing and once they get to talking crazy and, oh, what you doing? How you doing it? They get left, because she no longer sees you as like, okay, he's my best option, because you're not treating her like you're the best option. You're treating her like you think she's going to cheat on you. Game is game, man. But look, if you don't take nothing from these videos, apply to what I told you need to do within a relationship. Apply those, because you never want to, if you are in a position where when a woman pulls away or leaves you, you want to be in a position of power and be able to walk away. Nothing in your life should change when a woman leaves you. A lot of you guys who get in relationships, you have women doing all these tasks for you, paying your bills, paying this, paying that. That's not necessarily the smartest thing to do, because as we know, women will always leave. But let's say you're in a marriage and your woman paying all the bills and then she leave you, you don't know how to pay nothing. You need to be doing everything as such. A woman should act as your accountant outside of paying the bills. Like you the body, you the house. She the refrigerator. So look, man, that's the end of this vid. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know when my next video drop. And we're gonna be going. Y'all boys take it easy. One thing I did leave out of the video, the original video, is being overly emotional. Being overly emotional is gonna be the death of your relationship. If you think that you can cry to your woman, if you think that you can tell her every single day about bad days at work, now once or twice, okay, because you can tell your woman you had a bad day, but if you want to complain, you think you're gonna lose your job and you want to complain to your woman, rather than make an effort to go out there and find something else than complaining to her, she's gonna want to leave you. Her pussy is gonna dry up for you. You know what I'm saying? Crying to your woman should be the last resort. Actually, the only time that your woman should see you cry, and they have a lot of clips where women say when the woman cries, actually, I'm gonna try to find one and put it in this video, but they say when a woman says when a man cries in front of her, that's her man. She no longer sees him as like the tough, the rock, the person that she can go to confide all her emotions in. The moment you show your emotions to a woman and you're overly emotional, she's gonna pull away from you. And that's just the sad reality. Some women might see this, which I don't care, and say that it's wrong, but this is the sad reality of relationships. And as men and as people on my channel, we are going to adapt to the situations of the world. We're not gonna complain about them. We're not going to fall victim to the situations that I'm speaking about. My bad, I got caught up. We're not gonna fall victim, but we will adapt. And look, that sums it up. Don't be overly emotional. We going.